Hi, this is Ken Kaplan from the New England Motorcycle Museum, and we're hanging on to some of the best for last. And I'm a Yamaha guy since the 70s myself. My first bike was a GT80, a 71. This is a 65 Trailmaster 80, similar engine. These are notorious for being bulletproof and fun to ride and really easy to work on. It's a two-stroke, so unlike the Honda Trail 90 where you had to be a real mechanic to fix it, there's only 4 screws hold the head on this thing. You can pull the whole engine apart with a couple of normal tools. Very easy to work on, very reliable, very collectible. The NADA value on this is up to $2,615 right now. So they're pushing $3 grand, and 10 years from now they'll probably be up near 6 or 7 grand. So here's a unique opportunity to secure yourself a gorgeous 1965 Yamaha Trailmaster in 100% original condition, unrestored. This is the way it came from the factory. It only has 2,174 miles. The chrome is shiny, the paint has a nice gleam on it, and the seat's in perfect shape. Look at even the logo on the back, the Yamaha logo is perfect. The taillight's mint, rear fender has no dents, the up pipe has no dings in it. Obviously, this is one that was not on the trail, it was only ridden on the straight. The levers, it's missing one lever right here. It does need a clutch side lever. But look at the glass on the speedometer, it's mint. There's no dents on the headlight. Front fender. Overall, the bike's in fantastic cosmetic condition. This was on display in the museum as it sits. It hasn't been run for a while. Definitely going to want to do a carb clean and the usual adjust the points and get it running. But it's a two-stroke. It'll be super easy to get going, and I'm sure it'll provide years of fun. The Trailmaster 80 came out in 1964. This is a 65 version. They made them until 66. It had a clean power of 6.2 horsepower, which sounds about right at 10,000 RPM. And it had a top speed of over 40 miles per hour. Only weighed 140 pounds. So, when you think of a vintage small bore Japanese motorcycle for running in-town errands or slinging mud on a weekend camping trip, what comes to mind? For many, it's a Honda Trail 90. But if you want something different, like me, I'm a Yamaha guy, the Yamaha Trailmaster 80 might be the bike for you. And in many respects, it surpasses its more popular or heralded competition. In the early 60s, Yamaha was best known in America for its larger YD series of machines. It wasn't until the introduction of the YG series in 63 and the lesser known YJ series of 64 that the small bore crowd was treated to Yamaha's wonderful mix of style, sportiness, and two-stroke innovation. Keep in mind, these two-strokes had 50% more horsepower than a similar sized four-stroke. So you're going to get more power, and they're much easier to work on. The YG1 was the more mainstream street-oriented machine with a full front fender, 2-place seat, and sporty two-tone paint schemes. Today, the occasional YG1 comes up on eBay and would prove an excellent street machine on its own merits, but it's the YGIT, or Yamaha Trailmaster 80, that is getting all the attention, and it deserves a spotlight of its own. First introduced in 64, the Yamaha Trailmaster 80 combined Yamaha's then-new rotary disc valve two-stroke engine with a few well-chosen functional modifications to make it a better suited for the occasional off-road journey. Items like the cut-down front fender, the small rubber mud flap, and a skid plate mounted under the engine all work together to shout trail. In fact, when sitting next to their similar vintage Honda 90 counterparts, the Yamaha Trailmaster 80 fits right in, yet looks more refined, and they're a lot more rare than the Trailmaster. While the Hondas were based on the step-through Cub C100 series and flaunted their raw look with exposed components, the Trailmaster was based on a sportier street bike and therefore carries it over a few more stylish cues like the gleaming chrome fuel tank and the chrome muffler. As with other mid-60s tiddlers, the stamped multi-layer sheet metal frame forms the foundation, incorporating the central spine, headstock support, and rear fender into one robust yet lightweight beam. And this one's in mint shape. There's no dents, dings anywhere on those items. Combined with sheet metal side covers, which are intact and in excellent shape, the frame carries the bulk of this bike's bold yellow color. The bike has 2,174 miles on it, like I said that earlier. Sitting atop the frame is a teardrop-shaped fuel tank, gleaming in polished chrome. Small ribbed rubber knee pads fit snugly on each side, while an early Yamaha badge proudly displays its heritage. And the badges are in particularly fantastic shape. Take a close look at these badges, Jonas. I've seen badges from this era that were just all like shriveled up and you could barely read them. These look like they're brand new, and those are the original badges. That's one of the things that struck me about this bike is how gorgeous the badges were on it. The comfortable seat complements the clean look, and up front, a pair of slender telescopic forks are capped by a compact combination headlight and speedometer housing. The front fender is unique to the Trailmaster and features a much slimmer cut compared to the full-bodied shape of the street-oriented YG1 fender. The Trailmaster 80 is also unique in running a bigger set of wheels. A 17-inch setup, front and rear, provides for a bit more clearance under the fenders to allow for a fatter 2.5-inch wide tire. In fact, there is more than enough room for a 3-inch knobby tire should one want a more dedicated trail machine. These are the original tires on the bike with 2,000 miles. Again, this is a 50-year-old bike with original paint, original tires, original seat. Good luck finding an ISO one. This was on display in the museum. I've never seen an ISO one. I've seen restored ones, but not original matching numbers ones. Speaking of which, the serial number on this one is right here. It's Y31302-177. So, like most small displacement two-strokes, it only takes a gentle kick of the starter lever to bring the Yamaha Trailmaster 80 alive. A couple quick jabs and the throttle clears its throat, and it settles down into a lazy idle that produces very minimal buzz in the grips. Acceleration is quick and has smooth, consistent power throughout the range. Third gear proves very useful for zipping around residential city streets, and it has a usable range from a slow roll to just more than 30 miles per hour. Once you make your way out on busier, faster roads, the short gearing that gives it plenty of in-town zip suddenly proves to be a little bit of a setback because flat out in fourth gear is in the 40s, low 40s. The bike is powerful enough to run higher speeds, so if you don't have plans for much off-road activity where the short gearing proves useful, it would be wise to fit a smaller rear sprocket off the Yamaha YG1, which should let this little two-stroke climb past 50 miles per hour with minimal plus. Like its name suggests, the Trailmaster 80 proved wonderfully capable on loose roads. It is rock solid, stable on the streets, yet highly flickable, carving through tight third gear corners. The riding position helps too, as the cushy seat and well-placed handlebar puts you in a very standard-like seating position. At just over 6 foot tall, I found this bike to be the most spacious two-stroke I have ridden in recent years. Though it must be living under the vast shadow of the Honda Trail, this much more rare and unique Yamaha Trailmaster 80 not only escapes the shadows, it jumps out into its own spotlight. It has a perfect combination of mid-60s styling, fantastic around-town usefulness, and ability to sling a few rocks and mud on occasion. Not that I'd ever run a beauty like this through the mud, and it does it with a sophistication and sportiness that only Yamaha seems able to create. Like I said, fantastic bike, $2,615 NADA value. I've got the original Yamaha key here, which you can see is in excellent condition. This is Yamaha right at it. It's a 50-year-old key. So just a fantastic bike and well worthy of adding to anyone's collection. Just get it running and enjoy it. It's got a ton of potential and a lot of fun, and it should last pretty much forever. It's 50 years old. It's easily going to go another 50 years, so this is an antique worth keeping. So I wish I could hang on to it, but the museum is out of money and needs about $400,000 to finish the construction repairs at the museum. So we're selling a lot of our collections, and I hung on to this one till the end because, like I said, this has a soft spot in my heart. I started out in a GT80 in 1971, so I'm very familiar with Yamaha 80s, and they're fantastic. This thing will run forever. So good luck bidding. I'm going to roll it back into the museum, and God bless. I hope she goes to a good home.